Hello, in this recording, we're going to look at how to find out in a SuccessFactors environment which users or supervisors that do not have a supervisor themselves. So in a regular org chart, we can usually go up one level from a supervisor pretty close to the bottom of the org chart and all the way up to the vice presidents and the CEO sometimes. Um, but in some cases, and that happens especially frequently after data migration as part of a new implementation of SuccessFactors, we'll get situations like this where, in this case, a supervisor who used to be too closer to the bottom of the org chart, maybe 5, 6 levels below the CEO, is by herself in this case and has nobody to report to. Could be due to the way the reports were made from the existing HRIS before moving to SuccessFactors. And this can be an issue for some streams like compensation, especially where we launch worksheets and can only use specific features by launching worksheets from the CEO or from the vice president. And then the system cascades the creation of the worksheets all the way down every time it detects a supervisor that also has eligible employees in their team. So the first thing we're going to do here to try to find that out, unfortunately, there's no report out of the box, nor I looked at all the stories that are out of the box from the content on the server that can be downloaded in customer environments. There's a lot of them, but none of them is giving us this list, precise list of supervisors with no supervisors. So let's do it together using VLOOKUP. So we're going to export the user directory file by going to employee export. We're going to only keep valid users and export user file. If there are lots of employees in an environment, it might create a schedule export, which will refresh with a percentage of completion here. But here I don't have a lot in this demo environment, so it gave me the CSV file right away. And in this CSV file, we're going to work with this column and several tabs that we're going to create. The first tab we're going to create is the list of all the managers. The list of managers. Everybody who is a manager will be in this list. And then we want the list of employees without managers. Okay, so we're going to start filtering from this file, which is the layer below Employee Central, which gets synchronized every time a change is made in Employee Central. There's a HRIS sync job that runs and synchronizes every change with it so that this can be used by different modules. So the first thing we'll do is we'll remove the key that says that someone has no manager. Which is this one. So we'll remove this one and take a copy of the list, filtered list, paste it in here, delete the first 2 rows, and then do data, remove duplicates. So now we have the list of all managers, which we're going to copy into this one, and then delete sheet 3. So we have the list of all the managers in the system. We don't need this sheet anymore, and then we're going to do the reverse, so select everybody. Actually, only keep unfilter everything and only keep no manager. Which we can type here, no manager, and copy the list, all the user IDs into here, and also remove the first 2 lines. And now we don't need this anymore, so we can delete it. What we need to do, one recommendation is to, in column B of the tab employees without manager, just put an A in there, or maybe manager without manager, for example, and then cascade it down. This will allow us to filter better once we build the lookup table. This is not the case actually, but just it will help us filter. So we're going to do here manager, and that's where we put our VLOOKUP. So we do VLOOKUP, and then we look up this value, which is the value of managers, the user ID of managers, comma, and we go to this tab and we select column A and B and add a comma. From this table, we want to get the value from column B, so it's going to be number 2, and then comma, and then exact match, false. And once we have this in place, we can scroll down and we can see that it gives us it filters for us and tells us who is in this list that is also in this list. So it's an easy way to find out who is a manager or a supervisor without a supervisor. And then to filter, only keep these values. I would do this, copy paste the values only without the formula, and then add a row, and then select the whole row, and do home, sort and filter, and then only select the right values. And we can see this is our user Claire, Lisa, we saw at the beginning. If we search with this user ID, we have Lisa Clark. I believe the first one is the CEO, which also has no supervisor. That makes sense though in this case. But yeah, so thanks for watching.